Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to ask what shadows are blocking the connection this week? Also, what blessings are coming your way? And also we're going to ask what life changes are going to happen. Okay, so this is my life changes card. So that'll be fun too. So we'll do blessings with these cards, and then we'll do shadows and do a little bit more shadows, and we'll use this as a clarifier. Please go ahead and switch the roles. If you identify with the Divine Masculine, then please do so. If you resonate more with the Divine Feminine, then please do so. Or you can take both. If both sides resonate, then please take the advice for both, as we are all the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. Okay. So let's ask the Divine Masculine first. What shadow, for the collective, what shadow is blocking the connection this week? What shadow is blocking the connection this week? One card for the collective. For the Divine Masculine. For the Divine Masculine, what is the shadow that is blocking the physical connection this week? Okay. We got Parasite. I've seen this card before on the Divine Feminine side, so that's interesting. It is now switched to the Divine Masculine. Now let's ask the Divine Feminine side. What is the shadow that is blocking physical twin flame union? Oh, okay, we got blinded to pain. Interesting. Blinded to pain. Okay, so right off the bat with the Divine Feminine, I feel like the Divine Feminine is in so much pain that they're blinded by it. Instead of seeing the big picture, instead of seeing how your Divine Masculine has no choice, and then trust me, I get it. I know. I can relate. But yes, they have no choice but to reflect back to you what's inside of you that's not healed. So for instance, if you have abandonment issues that is still inside of you, it's a pain body that's inside of you. Your Divine Masculine has no choice but to say things and to do things to reflect that pain. Usually it's along the lines of, I don't want you anymore, or if it's along the lines, I'm in a relationship with someone else. They have to do that. That's their contract. They have to do that until that's healed inside of you. That's the whole point of the twin flame union. We have to mirror stuff out of each other to heal. So your job is to energetically heal yourself, okay? I do suggest the emotion code. I know I sound like a broken record, but that's what I suggest. The emotion code is going to be very helpful. Your job is to energetically heal yourself, okay? And that will help you rise in vibration. But right now, we're blinded by our pain. Okay, we're just, instead of healing it, we just keep looking at it. We just keep talking about it. We are, flailing in it, sobbing in it, angry in it. And really, all it is it's just a pain body. It really has nothing to do with your twin flame. And it could be other people too. Other people also could be triggering this out of you where it's kind of painful. And so it's not the other person. It's just what's inside of you. It could be from this lifetime. It could be from past lives. It could be from your bloodline. It's just all this accumulation. It's just an accumulation of, it doesn't have to be abandonment, but that does seem to be a main theme. But I am going to pull some, actually I'm going to pull shadows. I don't know if abandonment's going to be in this one, but I'm going to pull some shadows to get some clarifiers. Now what's interesting is the Divine Masculine is Parasite, okay? So that's all about being like parasitic with like kind of like a lower energy, like feeding off negative energy. So that seems to be the issue for the Divine Masculine side. So they're really feeding off the negative energy, the lower realms, instead of, again, reaching for that higher vibration. And like the Divine Feminine, the Divine Feminine is kind of in their pain. The Divine Masculine is also kind of feeding off negative energy. It could be sources of anything, right? It could be the news. It could be just, anything that's like a downer, or it could be sad movies, or it could be blogs, Twitter. So, it could be anything, right? YouTube, and anything that will bring your negativity to, like make negativity your main focus. Okay, so that's what being parasitic, that's what a parasite is. Okay, but we're going to get some clarification on that. And again, switch it if you feel you're the other role, or take both advice. But let's get some clarifiers. So let's start with the divine masculine. Why is parasite here? Also, I just want to say that if you're interested in a reading, my email is twinflamealchemisttarot@gmail.com. And that will be an hour for $65 if you're interested. I ask all the different questions: headspace, heart space, how they feel, what's, triggering, separation. I ask all the different questions. And any questions you might want to ask as well. And then also the 10-minute free readings are for my new subscribers. And of course, any subscribers, really. Okay, so clarification, please, on parasite. Why is this here for the collective? For the collective, one card for divine masculine. Why is parasite? Why is parasite here? Why is parasite here? For the divine masculine. Jeez, stuff. Cleanup time. Okay, so we have mildew fairy. Cleanup time. So what I'm getting is they need to really kind of clean up their energy here. Okay, so their energy is really kind of it's mildewy. It's heavy. So the energy is kind of heavy. They're feeding off negative, like other negative energies, whatever that might be, whether it's addiction, or like I said, whether it's watching the news, or whatever it is that's making their negativity feel even more so, making their energy heavy. And so they really need to clean that up. It's cleanup time, okay? Cleaning up the energies. Again, I do recommend the emotion code. Will really be helpful for anything. You can use the emotion code for anything. Like I'll even use the emotion code for stuff like any blocks to prosperity, any blocks to getting, whatever it is, like something that I might want, or something that I want to change in my life. I ask if there's any blocks, okay, and that's what I use the emotion code for. Okay, so let's do the divine feminine. Why is blinded to pain here? Why is blinded to pain here? One card for the collective, please. Why is blinded to pain here? Why? Okay, blinded to pain. Transitions to the spirit realm. Interesting. Transitions to the spirit realm. Yeah, so they're asking you to transition to the spirit realm. I know what they're saying with this. I'm laughing to myself. Because what they're saying is we're blinded to pain because we're focusing on the hurt that our twin flame inflicted on us, right? And like I always say, they have no choice, because it's you in another body. They have no choice but to reflect what's not healed inside of you. So it's really just your pain body. And I get it, because I also have experienced the same exact things as you have since 2017. So I totally know what you're going through. And it's not easy to remember when this is going on, when you're being hurt by them, to remember that they don't have a choice but to do that. And that we're just healing ourselves. And they'll continue to show us and put a mirror up to us and say, hey, it's not healed yet. Look, because as they keep hurting us, they don't want us, right? They don't want this. They don't want commitment. Who knows? Whatever it is, right? And again, switch it. Okay, if you're the divine, whatever you identify with, okay, switch roles here. What they're saying is, don't, yes, in the physical, your twin flame is probably your biggest teacher, And yes, you need to pay attention because that's what's going to heal you and that's what's going to get you where you want to be, which is in the fifth dimension and in the peace vibration, maybe even enlightenment vibration. Who knows? Okay. But they're saying transition into the spirit realm. And the way to do that is the only way to ascend in your body is to really focus on your twin flame's higher self, or even your higher self. Doesn't have to be your twin flame's higher self. But if you really focus on your true twin flame, which is the higher self of your twin flame, then that is going to bring you out of this feeling blinded by pain, because you're going to be now focusing on the love. Okay, focus on the love, focus on, I'm telling you right now, if you focus on your twin flame's higher self, you're going to receive so many gifts, energetically, you're going to feel them. Some of you probably already have gifts, so some of you probably are already talking to them, probably getting songs from them in your ear chakras, maybe even like when you're listening to the radio, you might hear like love songs from them. You're hearing, you're receiving flowers energetically through someone else. You are receiving gifts, okay, from them in some sort of way. So transitioning to the spirit realm, that's the whole point. That's what you're doing, okay? The twin flame union is all about transitioning into the spirit realm. So instead of focusing on and being blinded by the pain, just realize, oh, this is something inside of me that's not healed. They're just pointing it out to me and saying, hey, we know you think you're pretending that you're all fine and you walk around earth like you're fine, but when really you have this pain body and anyone can trigger it out of you. Anyone can say something, do something, and it'll trigger it. And so it's our job to clear that up, because once they come back and say the same thing, it's not going to trigger you anymore and you'll be free. You'll know you're free when your pain body is down to maybe like, let's say we're talking about abandonment. So let's just say you're at 100% abandonment now. Okay, and then you get it down to 50%, 40%. So if you get it down to like 10%, where your pain body is 10% having trapped emotions of abandonment, that means you will probably not get triggered that much by someone telling you, I don't want you in your life. You won't get that triggered by it. You'll be like, well, you're lost. And it's really freeing. And that's the whole point, is to free you of this. Okay. And that's when you get into physical twin flame union in the peace vibration. And some of you are already in twin flame union, but it's hard to stay in twin flame union because really they still have to. It doesn't have to be the divine masculine, it can be the divine feminine, but both of you have to say things that trigger each other to release that pain body, okay? Now let's also get some clarifiers from this. Let's see if we get anything. So let's start with the divine masculine. Divine masculine, what do we got here? Okay, and what about divine feminine? What do you want to say for the divine feminine? Okay. All right, so for the divine masculine, we have uncomfortable. So they're feeling quite uncomfortable right now. That makes sense. Okay, let me pull some more for the divine masculine. What else for the divine masculine, please? 2 more. Okay, and 2 more for the divine feminine. And 1 more. Okay, so for the divine feminine, that's interesting. All right, for the divine feminine, they seem to be numbing themselves. They're trying to, it's almost like you're trying, which makes sense. If you're blinded to the pain, why wouldn't you try to numb yourself? Some of you might be medicating, could be drinking, or some of you are just literally numbing out, like you just don't want to care anymore. And what that's doing is it's causing you to maybe feel a bit more robotic, and non-action, where you're just not taking any action. So you are supposed to be taking action, right? So the action is clearing up inside of you. That is what's going to bring this union into process. I do phone coaching on this and readings on this. So if you would like more information on all like that type of stuff, that is why I'm here. This is why I do the channel. This is the work I've been doing. This is what works. Okay, I am talking to my twin flame, okay? So it's like this stuff works, okay? It is a very much a inner work, and I can help you with that. Okay, so let's also look at let's do life change. Oops, let's do life changes. What kind of life changes are coming? Actually, they're asking me to do guidance first. Hold on, sorry. They're asking me to do some guidance. So let's do guidance first. So let's do guidance for the Divine Masculine, please. Let's get some guidance from the Divine Masculine for the collective. What's the guidance for the Divine Masculine? Yeah, so we have growing success, right? So if they're here feeling, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't go over the other two. I do apologize because we have uncomfortable. We also have manipulation. Interesting. So on the Divine Masculine side, we have manipulation. It's like they're trying to manipulate the situation, okay? And the way they're doing that is by being a parasite, feeding off the negative energy, okay? And what they should be doing, same thing as you guys, or same thing as the Divine Feminine, is cleaning up, okay? Cleaning up their energies. Also, when you do the emotion code, it will clean up your divine counterparts' energies, by the way. But yeah, so they are manipulating the situation. They are feeling a bit uncomfortable. And we have emptiness. They are feeling quite empty inside. That makes sense that they would feel empty inside because they are feeding off of negative energy, okay, to fill their void. All right. Their guidance is growing success. Okay. It's about that feeling of being excited. Okay. About improving oneself, about manifesting, about generosity, about abundance, growing success. Okay, so the guidance is the Divine Masculine needs to focus on abundance, not lack. They're focused on lack right now. That's what they're focused on what they don't have. Okay, and they're feeding off of that negative energy. Okay, and they need to focus on that abundance. Okay, and give what you don't have, right? Like, or give what it is that you want to have. So if you want love, give love. Yeah. If you want generosity, be generous. If you want excitement in your life, do exciting things. Okay. I mean, if you want improvement in your life, you can improve yourself, right? So that's the guidance for the Divine Masculine. Let's look at the Divine Feminine. What's going on? Can we have guidance for the Divine Feminine, please? Guidance for the Divine Feminine. And of course, that's good guidance for anyone, right? Doesn't have to be just the Divine Masculine. Okay, we got heart-mind union. Okay, the guidance for the Divine Feminine, right? So this is all about in your mind, you are like, so think with your heart, first of all, is what they're telling me. So when you think with your mind is there to protect you, right? So your mind is there because of all the pain body that you have. That's what they react to. It's that fight or flight type of mindset, and it will just react. Sometimes without your participation, you don't know what's going on, and your mind starts freaking out, right? So they're asking you to think with your heart. So that's the first thing. Think with your heart and have harmony with your heart. Have harmony, have a vision that gives you joy, okay? And you're going to foster manifestation by doing a heart-mind union, okay? So having the harmony of your heart with your mind, putting joy with your vision. This says plan with action, manifesting a higher vibration. So whatever that means to you, whatever it means to manifest a higher vibration, that is what's going to get you out of this blinded by pain and get you into this transition into the spirit realm, because that's where you'll be freed. There is no suffering there. And trust me, it can happen. And then you won't feel like you need to numb yourself. Okay. It's very, very important. Okay. Again, this is what I coach on. If you're interested, go ahead and email me at twinflamealchemisttarot@gmail.com. But let's now look at let's look at blessings. What blessings are coming your way, or what other guidance do we have here? Okay, what's the blessings here? What blessings? We'll start with the Divine Masculine for the collective. What blessings are here, please? What blessings? One card for the collective. One card for the collective. What blessings are here for the Divine Masculine? Aww. It says new or renewed romantic love is here for you. Yes. So the blessing here for the Divine Masculine and probably for the Divine Feminine, since you are both the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, it says a new or renewed romance here is here for you. Love life, rose quartz, okay? That's what's here for you. Okay, this is the blessing that is here for you. A renewed love is here for you. Renewed romantic love. Okay, and what else is the blessing? Another blessing, please. For the Divine Feminine. One more for the collective. What is the blessing? Yep, so what's going to happen for the Divine Feminine, a blessing, is that you're going to own your own divine power. You're going to replace codependency, and you are going to replace that with your own empowerment and assertiveness. You are going to own your own power, okay? You are no longer going to feel codependent on anyone. I'm sorry about this glare. Okay, so this is beautiful. So here's the blessings, okay? So when you come out of the shadows, which, shadows are good though, right? Shadows, we need shadows to get into the blessings. And Divine Feminine, what I learned recently, the Divine Feminine, so when you look at the yin and the yang, the dark, the shadow is the Divine Feminine side, and the light is the Divine Masculine side, okay? And so when you look at the yin and the yang, the shadow side being the Divine Feminine, it means we do, as the Divine Feminines, move up and down in the shadows. And we have to do that, whereas the Divine Masculine is a bit more steady. The Divine Masculine kind of stays in their vibration. The Divine Masculine is kind of unmoving, kind of already manifested there, and the Divine Feminine kind of weaves up and down almost like a geometry. So the vibration is like, all the different timelines and vibrations are like a geometry, and the Divine Feminine has to go dive into the shadows to come up even stronger and helps push up the Divine Masculine to an even higher, because the Divine Masculine has no choice but to match the Divine Feminine. So the Divine Feminine dives into the shadows, learns more, goes into the pain, okay, does another clearing, cleans out more of the pain body, and then when the Divine Feminine does that, it catapults the Divine Feminine back up and pushes the Divine Masculine with the Divine Feminine to a higher vibration, okay? That's how that works. If we don't understand, if you need more information on that, I can explain that to you. Just let me know. But anyway, so that's how that works. So we as Divine Feminines, it is our job to dive into the shadows. So the shadows are actually good, and we feel whole loving our own shadows as well. Hope that makes sense. Okay, and then we'll see if there's any. Last thing we'll do is see if there's any. What's the life transitions that are about to happen? Some life changes. What kind of life changes are happening here? What kind of life changes? We'll do the Divine Masculine first for the collective. Life changes for the Divine Masculine. One card. What kind of life change is happening here? Ooh, spiritual growth for the Divine Masculine. Beautiful. All right. What kind of life changes are happening for the Divine Feminine? Spiritual changes, spiritual growth for the Divine Masculine. Okay. Divine Feminine, what life changes are happening? What is happening for the Divine Feminine, please? Ooh, forgiveness. Okay. Well, that's going to help. So it also came out reversed. So what this tells me is that you may feel like you have to forgive yourself first, right? Because maybe you're feeling, I know in another reading we did where you feel like you're sacrificing yourself. And so, if you feel like you're doing that, that's not what the twin flame journey is really all about. It's really all about healing yourself, and then once you're healed, you come into physical union with your twin flame. So you may have to forgive yourself first. Forgive yourself for allowing yourself to be in this pain. Okay, so first forgive yourself, and then you can forgive others. Okay, and that is a huge life change because that actually catapults us up into vibration the most is forgiveness. This has been actually tested on machines. And they say when they measure it, forgiveness actually catapults us into the highest vibrations. And I just want to say most twin flames do not get into successful twin flame union until they're on the peace vibration. That's at a 600, okay? A lot of twin flames do get together in many different vibrations, but they usually don't stay. They can't stay there. It usually goes into separation in a very short period of time because they mirror each other. The pain is too great. The pain is too great. There's too much of a pain body. Okay, and the pain body, it needs to be released, it needs to be healed. Again, I recommend the emotion code. I also do chakra work if you want to check out my videos down below. I have some chakra videos that's also very helpful. So yeah, so anyway, again, if you would like a reading, I could absolutely help you with this if this resonates with you. Just email me at twinflamealchemisttarot@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.